Yes.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I pray you're all well. Today's presentation is going to be basically we've launched a very excited initiative. It's called Taraweeh at Home. As you can see from the URL, the website is already live. So taraweehathome.com. And Alhamdulillah, the main purpose of this project is we've been receiving and we've been inundated with extensive queries regarding Taraweeh, etc. Our work primarily was focused on providing Taraweeh placements in the UK and abroad. And Alhamdulillah, we've managed to help over 500 Huffadhs over the years. This year, we've had to postpone the Taraweeh placements as we released a press statement, press release a few months ago. And we've basically created this initiative. This whole purpose is to make the Taraweeh experience fun, engaging, and interactive for the whole family. Over the years, what we have seen is, many of the times the men folk would go to the mosque. Some mosques do provide facilities for women, and many times the children do often feel left out. Children ask questions with regards to Taraweeh. The education is quite minimal in terms of what is the importance of Taraweeh and how is it relevant to children. So we've kind of made this toolkit focused on that, inshallah. So simply, this is the website, and you can simply download the toolkit from here. We are going to be adding more features to the website as and when we collect the resources, but this is just basically a website use so people can visit and download the toolkit. The toolkit will go live inshallah in a few days, and I just want to run through it briefly. So this is the front cover of it. The contents page, I'm going to briefly go through most of them. So we have Taraweeh during the era of the Prophet. So again, it's just basically some really interesting stories regarding Taraweeh, the history of it, how the Sahaba would pray Taraweeh. Then secondly, we have Taraweeh at Home, Islamic guidance. So we have some interesting questions that are answered. Is it obligatory to complete the Quran? Leading Taraweeh while reciting from the Mus'haf. And we've also got some guidance from the Jamiatul Ulama South Africa, how to read Taraweeh under lockdown. Very simple steps on how to perform Taraweeh. Moving on with the toolkit, we also have top 10 Taraweeh tips. So in terms of Taraweeh, we have a selection of 10 tips. This is for anyone who's leading the Taraweeh. We've collated together as on behalf of National Huffadh Association. So just as kind of tips to engage the Huffadhs, and really and truly, I just want to make an important note here is that you don't have to be a Hafiz to lead the Taraweeh prayers. And essentially, the Quran does not have to be completed. It was a Sunnah. It is not obligatory. It is recommended to do so, but at the same time, this is probably an opportunity for family members to connect and to obviously connect more closer with the Quran as well. And then we have some advice from Bima, a medical perspective on Qiyam, the night prayer, some health tips. MashaAllah, they've contributed towards this toolkit. Really good content, MashaAllah, on Taraweeh. Some data regarding health, the current situation, where we're in the second peak, etc. And just really some really important tips from a health perspective. Then we also have 5 steps to memorize the Quran. So we have different types of advice in terms of memorizing the Quran. I'll just bring that up shortly. Just bear with me a moment. Yeah, so over here we have Madrasa Azhar, for example. They have 4 steps on how to learn Quran. This is basically a really clever guide. Anyone that wants to memorize the Quran, a very simple 5, 3, and some of them are like 8 steps. Very easy to digest, and really just to help anyone who wants to memorize the Quran. That's done by Madrasa Azhar. So there's about 4 or 5 quick tips for that. Then we have some very interesting games. This is done by Quran Plan. So this is called the Quran Circle. We've actually launched a live recitation on Quran Plan Instagram. So this is basically a game they've created for Ramadan. And essentially what it is basically recommended age is 5+, 2 to 6 players, helps choose and revise the surahs in Juz Amma. And it's just really an opportunity, again, as a family to spend some time together. It's really interactive, as you can see. There's cards involved as well, which you can print out and use as cards, different cards representing the different surahs from Juz Amma. And again, really interactive. You've also got a surah hunt challenge, which mashallah is another game. So divide into 2 teams, give each team a card, and use the clues and the card on the card to find the surah names. Again, another interactive tool to help people to connect with the Quran. Then moving on with the contents, we also have a Ramadan superhero competition, which has been initiated by the to Amal organization. So they're launching a very special Adventures of Adam and Anisa. I think a lot of people have heard about the book as well. So again, a Ramadan superhero training camp. They have lots of character building activities. And, this is obviously a prize category, which they've announced in Ramadan as well. So a very exciting initiative from to Amal as well. And then also we have We Love Salah Kids Fun Book. This is from An-Nasiha, and the purpose of this is really kids under the age of 5. This is a workbook. You can color. Salah is the second pillar of Islam. Salah was made for during the Mi'raj. It's very, very interactive for children. It makes them engaged. So ideally, when you're praying the Taraweeh prayers, the younger children can get on with these types of activities. And again, it's making them more aware about Salah. Taraweeh is obviously a Salah, so making them more aware of the Taraweeh process as well, and Salah. And another very exciting resource we have, which was made by the National Huffadh, is 30 Quranic du'as. So these were launched last Ramadan, and basically these are 30 handpicked Quranic du'as, and we kind of have a challenge where we enable everyone to memorize these du'as. These were given out last year. We put it all into this PDF. And alhamdulillah, many people enjoyed the very, attractive design. And also, as you can see, the text is easy to read in English and Arabic. It's also got the verse as well. So if you want to reference from the Quran, you can do so. And these are 30 du'as, which you can just really and truly, you can learn one new du'a every day. The last and final part of the toolkit, this was made by Ustad Asifuddin, which is called Ajza al-Quran. This is a very interesting resource. Basically, it's divided into each juz, and basically it tells you the types of stories, as you can see in illustration, very, very summarized and very intricate in terms of the content. So it sort of takes you through every kind of juz. So which surahs are involved in the second, you can see here Baqarah, Ali Imran, the key topics that are mentioned, and you've also got a note section. So essentially you could print this out or have it on your laptop, and you can actually type away and you can actually do some reading. This is more focused on people that want to just connect more with regards to learning more about the Quran. So just to summarize, this is a Taraweeh toolkit which we'll be launching in a few days, inshallah. It's available from taraweehathome.com. We will be making we will be adding actually some more resources, and we'd just like to thank MCB once again for giving us this platform. We are an affiliate of the MCB as well, and we do look forward to working with you all. And ideally, we just want to be a first point of contact. Any queries regarding Taraweeh, any sort of questions you have, inshallah. And hopefully, this toolkit will engage more families with the Quran and Taraweeh as well, inshallah. And lastly, we just wish you all a blessed Ramadan. May Allah accept our Ramadan and enable us to reach Ramadan, and may Allah accept all our worship.